Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to my channel, Goddess of Light 1111. If you are new to my channel, welcome. If you are returning subscribers, welcome back. So, to say anything, I want to give God His glory. I am grateful to see everyone. I am also grateful for my family, my brothers and sisters, blood or non-blood, for them be healthy, having good health, healthy, and also be prosperous in their lives. Heavenly Father God, no matter where our children, our family is in the world, we should also send them love and prayers. Oh my God. This is horrible. So give me a second. Okay. I know there is 4 of you in here. I'm driving, and then this nonsense here is not staying. I want to make myself very clear. I want to make myself clear. Right now, I am, as you guys, for those of you that have been with me for a while, know I live in a hotel. Excuse me, guys. I can't stay in a hotel because they are still doing work, and then they're like, oh, you creating conflicts. I'm not creating conflicts for anybody. You know, first and foremost, I'm going to say this to, because it seems like they have been overindulgence. They have been overindulgent, inspire, and following me, still doing it, still doing overindulgence, and I can stay in a dark hotel, hotel room that, I want to give, I want to do some work, but I can't even do it. I can't even write anything. I can't even say anything because I'm being recorded. So it's still making no sense. Even like I'm trying to defend, I have to defend it myself still because of the past and stuff. And everybody and anybody that knows me know the truth when it's come to this situation. But I still have to deal with, I still have to deal with the past situation, indulgence in the past for me to drive, or and then now, that I get to the bottom line where I'm to the point of, losing everything. Or you from your channel is the people that are close to you, but it's not like they're sitting there say what have I done to them, or what have I done in my life and stuff like that. All is the same people and stuff like that talking about, like, well, you need to defend yourself. It's about jealousy or hatred and things like that. But for me into coming to this situation and stuff, I had many talk with, with my God. I have many talk with the universe. I have many talk with my ancestors. You know what I realized at the end of the day, that I don't care what I don't have or what I have. I will never try to separate myself from God, and nobody going to separate me from God, no matter what. because I was being guided. I was being guided by low vibrational people for me to drive, and then they could say that, oh, we're gonna make sure that we block her from her YouTube channel. After that, the same people that was trying for me to drive, sorry guys, the same people that was, guide me to drive, the same people that wanted me to, move away from my purpose, that was trying to move me away from my purpose, is the same people that is the same people that wanted me to move away from my purpose, is the same people that also, guided me to drive. And the fact that people can say, oh, we are your friends and stuff, the friends doesn't let friends get in trouble, doesn't let friends drive, drunk drive and stuff like that. It's a thing. I don't understand that. If I move forwards in my life, I have known and stuff like that, anybody in my entire life, that you actually a genuine friend, I will stand up for you, I will fight for you, I will making sure that you are all right. That's the type of person that I am. And it's kind of shock to me that I still have to defend it myself for the past, because no one what I keep saying is that no one come and so with me. Thank you guys for liking the video. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. I know it's not about lack or anything. It's just like giving information. Let me tell you, I have never have any intention of create any conflicts, of saying anything. I wasn't the one creating the conflicts, but I'm going to take responsibility for them. The reason being and stuff like that, like I say, I told that to everybody that I know. I am a grown woman. I am a grown woman. I am an earth angel, chosen one. Whatever that you think spiritually, I'm that person. But one thing that I'm not a coward. If I had done anything and stuff like that, and I'm gonna tell people to please stop sending your entities inside my body and stuff like that, because I am not. I don't give a shit how the devil feel. I'm going to telling you guys that I do not give a flying how the devil felt and stuff like that, because nobody, no man, as above so below in 3Ds, nobody have any right and stuff like that to my vessel. You have no right to my vessel, and you have no right to come in my vessel. This is not a competition. You don't get to choose and stuff like that. You can come in into my vessel and stuff like that. Not for freaking $20. You need to grow. You need to grow up. You need to grow up. And this is probably one of the worst video I ever done, but I don't have no choice. You guys going to because um while I'm at the hotel and stuff like that, they try to blocking me, so I have to walk away from there. My point is that I'm making this stuff. I have my own life. Okay, I have my own life. I have my own children. I have my own life. No, you cannot keep bullying me and stuff like that, for me to walk away. What else do you want to take from me? You already take everything. You already take everything. I didn't create the freaking conflicts. Y'all saw that I was sitting on my own. I was sitting on my own alone and stuff like that. Nobody say anything. Nobody asked Natasha that if you are okay, whether you are okay or not. I try to I try to do what I can and stuff like that. Do you know the worst part is the fact that all these people collaborated and stuff like that together to say that, oh, we her friend and stuff like that. We know her when I have no idea who these people is. And the worst part of it and stuff is because, again, everybody choosing to blocking me and stuff like that. Everybody chose to blocking me for some BS, which is that make no sense. I have, I could do anything, go get a job or do whatever that I need to do financially. So it doesn't make any sense and stuff for everyone to try to want to blocking me for some, unless I'm giving information for somebody else and stuff like that. It make no sense. It make no sense. And I don't care who you are and who you're not. If you did something and stuff like that, you give me something, please, please, making sure that you put it online so I can find a way and stuff like that. I'm not going to give the devil my soul. The devil is not going to blocking me, and nobody, no entity is going to blocking me. First and foremost and stuff like that, y'all decided and stuff. Y'all wanted to blocking me. Y'all wanted to say that you're my friends. How could you be someone friends when you try to blocking them from their livelihood? When you try to blocking them from their family? When you try to blocking them from their purpose? When you try to blocking them from life? Period. And then you said that I'm creating conflicts. How do I create conflicts? I don't do magic. I don't do magic to nobody. If I was creating conflicts and stuff like that, I promise you the world will know about this situation. So how do I create conflicts? There was, the only people that are comments and stuff like that on this situation is people that was actually literally following me. There's are people following, people that even come from out of state that following me throughout this situation. And they did not follow me because they have good intention. They're following me and stuff like that because they want to take something from me. And it's proof again. Everybody have some type of control. Everybody have some type of hold on me. Everybody wanted to control me. Everybody wanted to hold me back. Everybody want to come in to hold me back. And it's a shame. It's a shame because first and foremost, it doesn't matter what anybody done to me and stuff like that. I will remain the same person that I am today. The kind, caring, loving, and at peace. No matter what you done to me, I'm not going to separate from God. I'm not going to separate from God. And I will apologize to anybody that did anything for me and stuff like that. For you to feel like just because you did something and stuff, and in my spiritual world and stuff like that, you know, most of the time, most of the time, 65, 65% that I have done so much work for anybody, so much work from anybody, and I have never sitting there like repeated, I did this, I did that, I did anything for anyone. It doesn't make any sense to me for anyone to feel like you have some type of hold on me. It make no sense for anyone to feel like you have some type of hold on me. And then you're trying to blocking me because I defended myself. You're trying to blocking me because I'm innocent. I have let this situation go. In 2021, when they realized I didn't do anything and stuff like that, I walk away from this situation. I let it go. Why can't we just keep it like that? Why can we just keep it that way? I walk away from this nonsense. I walk away from this mess. I will not separate it from God. And I promise you that. It doesn't matter whether you give me 2 cents or 200 or 300 or I don't care what you give me. I promise you, God. I promise you, God will return that back to you. Will return back to you tenfold. So you wasting your time. Everybody sitting there wasting their time and stuff like that on a negative situation. You know that you're focused on me while I'm still trying to focus on me. I cannot believe you will go behind my back. You're going to pass people that I don't know and people that I know. That for you guys to tell these people and stuff like that to block me. To block me from social media. To block me from my path. To block me from my... Wow. I thought like the obsessive tracking me. I thought like the obsessive of tracking me, following me was a bit much. But I had no idea it was that bad, because people felt like, oh, you wasn't afraid and stuff like that to drive. After 2020, and after the pandemic, after the pandemic, when I started my channel, I was told that it was forbidden for me to drive because I get into an accident. And I was trying to talk to my son about it last night. That wasn't me trying to create conflicts for anybody. That was me telling my son that, you guys doesn't know what it felt like and stuff like that to go through things in your life. This is not about creating conflict. This is me having a conversation. But I have to remind myself that I have no privacy when it's come to my life, because everybody making up stuff. Everybody chose to making up stuff, about my life, instead of, like I say, instead of coming towards me and say, hey, you know, either I hate you, either I'm in love with you, or either I can't stand you, either that you break my heart, or either that, I would love to work with you, or either that I wanted to collaborate with you. There's none of that going on, because everybody felt like, they want to bully me because I made something of myself. I did not made anything of myself. God made something of me. He made something of me because he chose me. He made something of he made something of me. He made me, he created me. I didn't make something of myself because of money. Because it's basically, you guys want some type of control over me. You want me to walk away from my path. You want me to walk away, stuff like that. This is not about money. And yes, when I first started driving and stuff, there wasn't no fear. But then I started driving because I was pushed. They were, overindulging in doing magic and stuff like that for me to drive, because they went in my past realized that I used to drive Uber. That's what they were trying to pushing me to drive and stuff like that, because that I will have an accident, because they had already done one of the when I was driving and stuff. They had already did one of them, and like I say, I remember where I was. I was in Lawrenceville while I was driving. It was on Sunday to coming home. When I was coming home and stuff like that, my car literally went from one side to the other side and flip over, and end up flipping like straight, facing north, facing north. But nothing happened to me. Nothing happened to me. And then I was shaking and trembling and stuff like that. I think I talked to one person and stuff. I talked to one person. I say, I get into an accident. Now I finally realize that it's time for me to get off the road. I say, I finally realize that it's time for me to get off the road. But you guys doesn't know what I've been through. It doesn't matter what kind of business you have. You guys have no idea what I've been through. What is while I was driving and stuff like that, these folks collaborated to bully me. And I take that, because regardless and stuff like that, what I told myself, I have responsibility. I have responsibility, and I have kids. I have children to take care of. And I chose to do the right things. But it felt like I forgot that, I was being recorded. I have forgot that I was being recorded. I forgot that I was being followed. I forgot that I was being recorded for others and bully me so others can get public recognition and stuff, and others can get money. Like I say, I wish anyone could have said that, hey, you owe me this. You owe me this. And giving me a chance and stuff like that to pay my debt.
back. I wish anyone, like I say, I pray to God, anybody that ever given me a dime throughout my journey, because I only really spent a good 6 months, and then ish it hit the fan, and then after that I do another six. I think I do another 6 months in 2020, in 2022. After that, it went all haywire. I mean, you know, I get it now. I get it now. Nobody gonna come forward to say that they did anything, but you're not gonna try. You're not gonna try to keep sending entities inside my body to try to making sure that you blocking me. I don't need your protection. God got me. God got me. Because it doesn't matter whether it was true or false. When you're sitting there, after everything you're done to me, when you're sitting there and try to create all this conflict and stuff like that, and obsessively following me, overindulging and doing magic and stuff like that in me, just so you can get money, and I hope that money is serving you well. But one thing that I'm not going to do, that I'm not gonna letting you guys, I'm not gonna give you guys no more energy or entertainment of my life, because it take more energies. It's also take more, it take more energy, it take more power to hate somebody. It take more energy, more power to hate somebody than to love. And that's what I talked to my son. I told them that, you know, I stay, you know, to let people bully me, because I love you guys. I wanted to make sure that you have, you see that sometimes and stuff like that, you have to put up with things and stuff like, whether you like it or not. This not because I don't love myself. Because as you guys know, that might not know, no matter what you guys done to me, my father said, do not go anywhere. Do not go anywhere, no matter what I go. In matter of fact, he said that it is forbidden for me to go driving. So it's unfortunate, like, everybody wanted me to go driving stuff so they can finish the job. But he said, do not drive. It is because it is forbidden for me to drive. Both places that I drive, they have obsessively, overindulgent, had me followed. The funny part is when people go around and they tell people they are my friend. People went over my head and said they are my friend, in collecting things on my behalf, say they are my friend. You don't hurt somebody like that and say you are their friends. You have government official follow me for no reason. For no reason. But you wanna try to say that I did this, I did that, but it's all behind the scene. So why should I give up on my purpose? Why should I separate it from my heavenly God? Why should I separate from my creator? Because you want control over me, over my life. I am at the hotel. I cannot record anything. I can't do anything there. It's cooler outside. So I have to drive all the way to the park in order for me to send this message. No one can say to me that, oh, I don't want you to drive. I don't, oh, I want you to drive. The only reason that you want me to drive and stuff like that is gonna be detrimental to my life. You know what I do? If I was driving, making $200 per day, I chose a month. I chose a month to feed the homeless. I did never call them that, but I chose a month where I only drive. I drove just to do that when I used to cook to feed the homeless myself. But you're telling me that because I did that, I'm supposed to go after them. My son can telling you that, even my daughter, because when I was bullied in 2021, I was still doing charity work. I was afraid because I was afraid for my life since I was like, there was, following me, stuff like that. What I did, I called my daughter to come in and grab the food to give, if she will tell the truth and stuff. If my son would tell the truth, I spent more than $700, 1211, how I say that. More than $700, almost $1,000. That was a goal for me to do that on a 3-month basis. I never report that. I never tell nobody about those things. And I never think about it. The reason that I'm saying this today, what is it to y'all? What is it to y'all? If I was a stripper, I will be judged. I will be judged for that. If I was a thief, I will also judge for that. I was a prostitute, I will be judged for that. But everybody will be showing and stuff like that, will have no problem to line up and stuff like that to give me $20 and stuff like that to bang me, right? So since I have something positive in my life, you felt like you have a problem with that. I am like literally shocked today. I have the most shocking revelation. People that I have trust in my life. You know, thank you, honey. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I mean, it's just that to the point of sadness, that I have tried to be the best version of myself since this situation. And you know how people say that, oh, it's God, like when you're doing something, it's become so difficult, it's because of God. And I'm sending you love also. You know, like the 3 most horrific things is jealousy, lust, and you guys know the rest. I try to stay away from them. I try to stay away from them completely. I love my vocabulary. No matter what that I have done, every time that I was willing to give up on this. God said, no, you're not going to, because if the reason that they want you to do that is because they want you to separate from me. So that's what I say, that this is like having a contract. I have a contract with God. Being social media, whether it's YouTube, there's multiple social media places that I can be. Knowing me and stuff like that, if I'll give it a chance, I will create my own social media. I'm not afraid. I'm not afraid to use the brain God gave me. You're working for instant gratification, I work for capital. There's a difference. Even if I don't have nothing, I still work for capital, because God is my capital. God is my capital. I don't know if you know what capital means. I got capital because everybody, in order for you to have something, you have to work hard to keep it, regardless. My attention is not coming in here to cry, you know, because I have been strong. I survived most of the horrific things that happened to me. Everybody want, I am really shocked and stuff. If I have done something, I wish somebody has, like, take accountability and stuff, like to say, hey, this is what this, even if they say is what they say, maybe there's some truth to it, maybe there's some lie to it, but I shouldn't have to come in outside. I am in the hotel that they try to black whenever that I speak, because you guys try to. Oh, you say hurt people, hurt people. Yeah, that's the truth. But my point is that I'm not sitting there standing around and try to wanna hurt somebody else that didn't do anything to me. And even if you do something to me, I'm still going to give it to God, because you will rather have God, because I promise you that it's best for to let God judge you than somebody else is judging you. I rather the world judge me than God judge me. I truly do. Because I know that, you know, I rather you guys, because, okay, I know what I'm trying to say. God will forgive me, but sometimes human being will not forgive you, because people going about these things in the wrong way. Like I say that, you know, in and I'm not taking shot at nobody. People mad and stuff like that because I have the capacity to handle myself, to be single, to be disciplined, to be grounded, to be self-sufficient, to be independent by working hard. I've been doing that all my entire life. So how in the heck at 40 plus 50 you want to come in at me and stuff like that instead of take responsibility and accountability for your damn self? Y'all want to come at me because you hurt. All you can, if I hurt somebody and stuff like that, I've been saying that like for months. I've been saying that for months. Please say, Natasha, you hurt me. Hey, like, why didn't because I'm not gonna sitting there fight for something who does not fighting for themselves. I'm not gonna love something who's not loving themselves, if you know what I mean. Because if you're unable to love yourself, you're not gonna love me. If you're unable to fight for yourself, you're not gonna fight for me. So why in a bloody world you want me to sitting there fight for you when you never come towards me, like you're sitting there behind this thing like a coward and stuff, like God said that I did this, I did that, I did this, when you never say anything. You have to be able to stand up for yourself. I am standing up for a lot of people that I don't even know and they don't even realize that. Because that was what God appointed me to do as a messenger. That's what He was appointed me to do, for these people to realize that people are leading them in the wrong direction. Even if I cry, I'm not afraid to speak up for myself, to stand up for myself. And God forbid and stuff, I'm going to say, like I say, if you give me 2 cents, I promise you and stuff like that, that 2 cents and stuff is going to bring you a whole lot of that 2 cents you gave me. Because if you give it to me with negative attention, I will turn it around and stuff like that with positive. That 2 cents will bring you 200. But that will be accept to God in your heart and stuff, how you receive it. I have not crying out, I have not crying out, for with for friends and things like that. You know, if you reach out to me, that I spoke to you, because that's the politeness to do, that's the right things to do, that's the mannered things to do. I don't know what other big words that I can use, and I'm gonna stay away from that. But that's the right things to do. Y'all have me under investigation. Instead of coming towards me, you have me under investigation. You're projecting so many death threat and stuff like that. And now they say, oh, guess what? The people that are blocking you, those are your friends. Those are your friends. Those are your friends. Those are your family that blocking you and stuff like that. But we have to keep it a secret. I don't really care about that. You have to understand. You have to understand. Y'all been watching me in camera. Thank you, Francisina. Thank you so much. And I hope I don't mess up your name, Francisina. Thank you so very much. I appreciate it. I've tried. Like I say, I don't sit in there like people do. I don't talk about money, stuff like that. I don't sit in there brag about money. I'm going telling you, my pocket has a hole in it. It has a hole in it. I'm not going to sit in there and be like talking about money. I'm not gonna talk about like and I'm not gonna talk about other people that are broke and stuff like that, because some of these people have their own damn contract to be like that. I'm not going to sitting there and try to make myself feel better by talking about somebody who less fortunate. I'm not going to do that. I'm not gonna call a woman and stuff like that that chose to work in a lesser work. That's their contract. Some of them is their contract. Some of them is not. But whatever they got going on and stuff like that, I'm not going to sit there and judge people. So if God give me turn if God, with my contract and stuff like that, was for me to raise awarenesses, to bring people to highest consciousness of what's going on around the world, to point people in the right direction of what's going on around them, for them to wake up, I'm going to telling you the truth. So if you're gonna choose to kill me because I told you the truth, so be it. If you're gonna cursing me because I told the truth, so be it. If you're gonna try to manipulate and projecting death on me, so be it. Because at the end of the day and stuff like that, you guys have been trying to kill me for over 2 years. For over 2 years. And people that doesn't know me, that other people have been trying to murder me and stuff like that since I was a baby. So you're not the first warrior, and you're not going to be the last. I will see God's mission through. I will see my Heavenly Father mission through, whether you like it or not. And even if I struggle financially, I will not give in to the devil, and I will not give in to any more toxic friend, fake friend, for family. I don't care who they are. I will continue to move forward and be grateful for what I have. I will be grateful for what I have. I would be grateful for what I have. Because first and foremost, these people that go around, other people say they were my friend and stuff like that, by try to write on the petition, that sign the petition to block me. By the grace of God, I did have a contract. Still have a contract to be in social media. Still have a contract to be where I am in my YouTube. If you chose to do that and stuff like that, you're gonna have to may God have mercy on you, because I was supposed to raise awareness about what happened to me and I was supposed to defend it myself. I was supposed to protect those raise awareness with the voiceless, the people that went through the same thing, and they're still hiding in that basement. They're still hiding in the room. They're still doing all of these shenanigans and stuff by not stand up for themselves out of fears. You're gonna hurt me anyway. Why should I be afraid? Why should I be afraid if you're going to hurt me regardless of what I do? You're hacking into my phone. You're so overly overindulging in doing magic. You want me to give information about my family. You want me to give information about this person. You're doing all type of magic and stuff like that. You tell lies on me. You tell these people that that was partnering with me and stuff like that. Oh, she's gonna expose, but I did not expose anybody. It's just like some people listen to. I talked to a friend of mine. People know that she's also driving. They try to say that, oh, like she's exposing you. But I was talking about a dark practitioner, a magician, a man that was doing magic on my car. He's a truck driver. I call him out because he's a truck driver, because I give him. There was more than one truck driver and stuff like that that catch a ride with me. But I was talking about this specific one because he even have, like I say, I call him out because the magic he was doing backfire on me. That's calling God testament. That's me telling you guys the testament. I was never talking about, the reason you all know about that is because you stay recording me to give to your friends, which is that it's illegal and stuff like that. So you're recording me when I'm talking to my friends. You're recording me while I'm talking to people that, that actually want to be my friends, so that way that you manipulated them to think like I exposed them, so that way that you can making sure that oh, nobody wants to be around her because she's exposed everybody and stuff like that. But it's a lie. It's just manipulation. You're doing magic and stuff for that to happen. The same thing you did, the same thing you have been doing in the past, you're still trying to do that right now, because you're letting these people. You're recording my car. You're recording me speaking in my car. You're also recording me speaking while I'm in the hotel. You was recording me while I was at the apartment, while I was the condo. You're still doing that, and then you're walking around and say, oh, she's my friend, I am just trying to help her out, so can you give this, that, and a third? And then these people, and then after that you're like, well, you need to block her because she's exposing you. I didn't expose nobody. And people expose themselves because you're dealing with these toxic ass, wealthy people that say that they are your friends. I didn't expose nobody, because you're literally illegally letting these folks recording me. But they try to be like, oh, she did something bad, we have to record in her and stuff like that because we're afraid. The same thing they do, they put fear on my children and stuff like that, like, oh, she's gonna expose you. No, she didn't expose anything and stuff like that, because you're overindulgence for me to drive, you know for me to drive, so that, and then you're bullying me, sending entities inside my body, so that way that that I would feel irritated to speak, and then you always try to drive me crazy by sending the fool after me and stuff, that I had to defend it, send him in prison back into hell where he belonged. So I'm sorry if I have to defend it myself. Even the official know that I didn't do anything. I did not have no choice, no other choice but to defend myself. I wasn't trying to create conflicts in nobody's life. They were hired. I got no money to hire nobody to do nothing for me. I'm just being honest with that. But these folks and stuff like that, not only the same money they get from me. A lot of people already got money from me, and I'm talking about the thousands of dollars. they get for me, and then they also use it the same money they get for me to do magic and stuff like that because of my inheritance. And how this happened is not because these people was asking, family. It's because that the King of Pentacles, they do research on me. That's what the divine say. The universe said these people did research on me. These men, these low vibrational, lazy ass men, they went and do research on me just so they can, because they have been doing that to a lot of people, men that does not have children. They do that to the fatherless. They do that to the widower, and they do that to single mother. That's what they do. They push us into isolation to go sitting in a freaking home, to go sitting in their home. If we have a home, they're making sure that they put things they're making sure they put things in the home, lot of, like, how do you call this thing, censoring, lot of cameras, all the trees and stuff like that. They're making sure these people are stay somewhere where nobody knows where they are and stuff like that, and then they can bully them for money. They can bully them, harvesting their energies for money, and they do that to people like me. Because once they take your family away, they're making sure your family is afraid of you. Then they do all type of ish to you, because they know that they know family gonna come towards you. So you're not gonna come at me say that I was creating conflicts and stuff. The conflicts come to me. Every action, there's a reaction. I answer my call, because God, my Father, knows that you was gonna do these things to me, so He making sure that He appoint that I can defend it myself. That, and then He will do the rest, because me defend it myself has nothing to do with confirmation. Me defending myself has nothing to do with the fact that you're still doing this ish to me, that I was supposed to just stand by and say nothing about it. And I'm still going to ask that question to the official that following me. If I have done something, why it's supposed to be about legality, why didn't that they start involving doing magic and stuff like that everywhere that I turn around and stuff like that to take from me? And then they say, oh, then, when she's homeless and stuff like that, we can leave it alone, because as long as she creating conflicts and stuff, we will take her word and then be like, oh, she's exposed. Like I told people, my closet is empty. I don't have nothing in my closet. If anyone gonna come in and hold on in my back, I will call you out, because you have no reason to come in and hold on my back, and you have no reason to come in and because you know what? Let me tell you, was the King of Wands say today, the practitioner and the hitman, what they say to, do you know what they say today? That's me using my intuition. They told somebody that they wouldn't be able to turn us towards me because the officials is following me. There's like, oh no, there's official that's following her. We cannot turn us towards her anymore. Thank you, Lemon. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Yeah, that's what someone said today, that they literally, somebody said we can't turn us towards her, which means that either unalive me or whooping my behind to the point of death, because they're like, oh, we can't unalive her, because these people spoke online. These people spoke to each other online, say, we won't be able to hurt her because the official also following her. So that's what they were overindulgent in. That wasn't because I was creating conflicts in nobody's life. It's because that my Father told me that to speak the truth, and I have done what was, because like I say, you're not going to sitting there, you put a bullet at me, and then you say, oh, you're not supposed to dodge. Just stand there, I'm gonna shoot you, and then I'm supposed to be okay with that. I can point people out and stuff like that. That's all they do. They're literally following me. Uh, I created, I will talk. People think like, oh, I wasn't afraid. I cry. I cry, but they make sure that there was another woman that's in an earth sign, and she doesn't have to be an earth sign. She could be one of those people that have money, those people that they're hiring to follow me. They audited every video, every video where I'm sad or crying or having a meltdown. I'm going to say that because I have so many while I was driving, to the point I'm like, I'm not doing this anymore. It's not healthy. It's not safe for my health. When they realize that I'm not going to get an accident and stuff, they're like, okay, that when, and then they're like, oh, if you're not gonna let us. And I know even the company that I was driving for, they also have people, they also have was overindulged in having the official to follow me. And then the other one was they were following me, recording me, and also edited everything that, as long is good, because they were following me only to create the Ten of Swords, whether it's unalive me or whether it's, because when I was getting the invitation in 2022 was to unalive me. So I'm sorry if I have to repeating the same thing. It's not me creating conflicts. You're creating burdens. You're sending the message. I return the message back to you because, like I say, I'm not going to let nobody keep bullying me and tormented me and tortured me, and then you all want me to be quiet. You all want me to be quiet. You all want me not to say anything. You don't wanted me to defend myself. But that's what God. That's my message. That's my message, to defend it myself. And then they try to turn around and say, oh, you was in a third party relationship. How I was in a third party relationship if I was single? When I started my channel, I was single, self-sufficient, independent, disciplined, and grounded. How do like I say, how was I in third party relationship? They try to make it look like, oh, it was, they try to making all type of lies and stuff. First and foremost, I'm gonna say that you have to be, whomever that woman that went to file paper against me, you have to be one of the dumbest person that alive, because I didn't do anything to you. You have me under surveillance. You have camera watching me. You have people following me. But your dumb ass know that they didn't find anything. You still went in the court and put and filed paper against me. The company, she said the company, the people, the plan. That's a lot of people following, tracking, and hacking you. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. And I have proofs and facts of all of that. Yes, it is. And they were all overindulging in doing it. So I'm sorry if I defended myself, you felt some type of way about it. But they only do this and stuff like that because they want to get money from me. They was only doing that, like I say, it takes a lot of effort, it takes a lot of power, it takes a lot of energy, it takes a lot of guts to hit one person that didn't do anything to anybody. Because like I say, I've challenged everybody. I have challenged everybody. If I did something to you, put it online, blasted me out, call me out, expose me. Because like I say, I'm not afraid to expose myself. I'm not afraid to expose myself. I'm not a saint, which I would love to be, but I'm not. But I'm not a criminal. I'm not a murderer. I am not a molester. I am not an abuser. I'm not a thief. I'm not a prostitute. All these that I've been saying that, and plus I can name 1,000 more. I am still a flesh. I am still a divine being that I experience, that I'm, going through a human experience. I take it with a grain of salt. I know that for people looking at me like I said, they have no idea how hard it is to be, in this situation when you have to fight alone. So if nobody, wanted to stand up with me and stuff, what my father said, that I do not have a choice but to stand up for myself, and I did that. If I'm talking in the hotel, I'm talking to my child, for them to love themselves. Anybody felt like I'm creating conflicts, I'm gonna call judgment for you to get arrested. I will call judgment and stuff like that for justice to be served, because you basically violated the rules, you violated my privacy, you overstepping your boundary by violated me by recording me illegally. So how you expect me not to say anything? If I'm talking to my child about loving themselves, I'm not talking about anybody else. I'm not defile anybody's name. I'm not slandered anybody's name. How did that I'm creating conflicts? So which meaning your toxic trait and stuff like that is to try to say that, oh, so how do you know that I'm talking to my son? But then you're so quick to have me followed. You're so quick to, I mean, can you imagine? Can you imagine every time that I open my mouth, people felt some type of way, but you're not saying, I don't need nobody's apology. You can keep that apology. Matter of fact, keep it, because you're going to need it more than I do. Because at the end of the day, my Father will take vengeance for this. You try to bring destruction in my life, that will be your own destruction. You try to have me to be broke and stuff like that, but remember that. That's what I say. A lot of people think like I have not defended myself. I have been defended myself since like 2022. It's all been edited and it never get online, because what they do is that they're making sure my video did not views. They're making sure that they slow them down to the point where that even when I was giving like doing readings, they're making sure that these readings never see YouTube at all, because they block them. Once they get what they need out of it and stuff like that, they slow it down to the point that I wasn't able. It will say that, oh, you cannot upload this video and stuff like that, so I have to delete it them. I did told them that, I say, if I become homeless, you will too. It doesn't matter how much money you make, you will become homeless also, because you forcing an earth angel, you forcing a messenger of God to be homeless. You try to take my freedom away from me. You try to take away what God has gave me, because you felt some type of way out of jealousy, hatred, and envy. Well, they I'm being recorded when I'm at I live in a hotel. I don't know who know that, but I know that they know that, because once I'm talking to my son, once I whoever that know that I was talking to my son, they will send entities and stuff like that. They will send entities inside my body, which mean it could be they will send conflicts. They will fake sending sometimes, because they're still doing magic at the hotel anyway, you know, because they hire different type of people to come in from different state to come in and do magic. When one doesn't work, they still hire more. It's like the more that it doesn't work, the more it's felt. I don't know who, but I know it happened, because the minute that I talk to my son and stuff like that, you know, there's burdens going on and stuff like that, because they try to make it look like, I talk to him and stuff like that for him to love himself. I talk to him and reminded, try to let him know I have things that happen to me, but I don't want to put my family on social media. That's what I told him. I said, I don't want to put, you know, what what happened when I was, in my childhood on social media about my family, because I have, an overstanding to what happened. That's what I was telling my son. I said, don't let people making you afraid, because you don't let people making you afraid of, you know of me or anyone and things like that. I was just having a conversation with him. It wasn't me slandered nobody or talk about nobody. I was talking to my child. And then they started creating conflicts. It's just like if this video here, I am currently in the park because if I'm doing the video and at the hotel, they block it. So I know I'm being recorded because there was a King of Swords, whomever he is and stuff like that, and there's the King of Pentacles. These people are at the hotel. They are all blocking my messages because they collaborated together. They try to say that they're my friends. They collaborate together. I guess they want to lie on me and stuff like that, but they will block my videos, and here we are and sending conflicts, sending conflicts entity. This is out of control. This is so out of control, and it's bugging me because not everybody's an archangels. Some people, what happened when these people doing uh full mental magic on these people. So what happened? They end up committing suicide. Well, the thing is that I'm an earth angel. These entities cannot do anything to me. They can be disposed. They can be disposed, or they will have to leave, because some of them is kind of like a spirit. Some of them is kind of like a spirit. I have enough light and stuff like that. They won't be able to stay in my body, and I can tell that they won't be able to stay. So that's why they come in and try to come in and hold on my back to get information. To get information, I did block them before, but they come in and try to get information and stuff like that. So their own, I guess, lineage can receive some type of money um of of what I'm going through, so people can benefit of what I'm going through. But like I say, you try to bully me. You try to make sure that if I go, it is with less, but it will get worse. First and foremost, if it's happening to me, it's been happening to others. So those others who didn't get a chance to say anything. So since I say something about it now, it's gonna, they don't want people to know about it because they want to continue for people to be blindfolded, because that's what they wanted to do to me. They were overindulgent, doing magic on me, projecting for me to driving, but try to blindfolded me so that way it will be easy access and stuff like that, to send me places so that I get into, so they could Ten of Swords me, because it's kind of like it's it's giving me a relief to say the Ten of Swords instead of unalive. But whatever these people was trying to do and stuff like that, people wanted to rape me. Somebody post that. Somebody sent the comment. Somebody say they should rape me when they had the chance. They post these things. Somebody post threatened death on my channel. They post all of this. They was doing all of this in 2021. And like I say, why should I not, you know, because when you realize this is like, like a game, and then they're like, well, we cannot let this get out and stuff like that, because the world will believe it if we let the world know about these things. So we rather and stuff like that and breadcrumb her. We will breadcrumb her while we get like, thousands of dollars off of her. But like I say, I go homeless and stuff like that. Everybody that participate to make me go homeless, there too will go homeless. That's just how it is, because I'm a divine being. I'm a divine being. But I just wanted to give this message out. Actually, hoping that people can try to do the right things. Actually hoping people can do the right things, because at this point, like I said, let me see. They got you money from you. They get your money from you too. You're connected enough to feel the entity and know when they're around. That's good. Yes, I do. I do. Actually, they talk. I don't think they have any other choice. They don't. I think that's probably what drives people crazy, because those entities spoke. They have their talk. Is people using carved images. They're using wooded images. They're also using doll, and they're also using some of them using clay. So my father guided me to all of this. My father guided me to all of this, and I felt like this is the things these people doesn't want me to put out and stuff. They don't want me to say these things, because they felt like, but it shouldn't be, the world shouldn't be afraid of it. It should be an awareness and stuff like that, to prepare themselves, because then nobody is supposed to do that kind of things. It's just like they're sending entities inside people's body. Like, if you are being in a toxic relationship with a man, they know how to do how do you call, sex magic and stuff. It's just two people having sex, but then they're using you. They're using your body. I mean, they're using your images and stuff like that to having sex. And you felt like, it's like you felt like somebody is being intimate with you, because they are in your sacral chakra, and and things like that. So I have to threaten these entities and stuff like that, because I saw the lovers many times, and I have to threaten them. I say, if you come near me and stuff like that, you will. But anyway, but these things that I talk about, these are awarenesses. It's not about for people to be afraid, because someone might actually knowing that when they met that psychotic, sociopath, a narcissist and stuff like that, to stay away from them. But since they don't want the message to come out and stuff like that, so, I pray to God and stuff like that for justice to be served quickly, so this can be ended. But what these folks doesn't know, thank you, thank you, thank you. I appreciate it. Yeah, you hear them, they talk. Oh yeah, they talk. But I'm not afraid of them, because they cannot hurt me. I'm an earth angel. My light is too bright for them to deal with. I mean, people doesn't know what I go into daily basis and stuff like that. They feel like, creating the conflicts, creating the burdens and stuff. It's not going to solve this issue. It's stuff. When somebody coming towards you, they told you something, and then they're making fake document. They insinuated things. Because these people literally put me in isolation, just so that they could unalive me, just so they couldn't unalive me, get enough money off of me, or get whatever they could offer me if I didn't stand up for myself. But like I said again, I walk by faith, I walk by faith, not by sight. If I was one of those people and stuff like that, like I said, people who try to say that I'm a bad person, and I did this, I did that, I wouldn't be alive today. And I have to keep repeating that for people to get it. This was a lesson. Everybody was supposed to get something from this. And even for, the group that followed me and stuff like that, they were supposed to realize that it's for them to get closer to God, leaving this toxic group, leaving this toxic gang, whatever they are involved in, to leave them behind. It's time for them to embark in the new journey. But they are so focused and stuff like that to get their dollars and stuff like that. They can see past what they are supposed to do, the right things, but keep attacking me, thinking like that's what gonna. But anyway, I'm so tired of talking about this, but I don't have no other choice, especially when people coming in attacking me, working with all type of entities, deities, and low vibrational human beings and stuff like that. I don't have no other choice. And like I say, I'm in a hotel, there is no peace. I'm in a hotel, there is no peace. I was I was in a condo, there was no peace. I was in an apartment, there was no peace. So, I have to create my own peace. That's what I chose. That's what, I get to the point is like, I was letting this go, but these people become ruthless. They become resilience when it's come to that, but they show resilience and I shoot that, tenfold. I show more resilience and stuff like that. I wasn't gonna let nobody unalive me. It's not just these folks creating the burden and stuff like that. They were for real about it. So now they turn everything into like, oh, we was just playing game with her. Oh, we was just trying to scare her. We was just making her afraid. But if that was a fear, if you was trying to making me afraid, why you try to blocking me from my channel? If that was a game and stuff like that, you wasn't trying to play a game. You wanted things to happen to me to the point that I walk away from my path, to the point that I give up on my on the wheel because I'm still on top of the wheel. You wanted to exchange destiny with me and stuff like that. That's what they were trying to do. That's why they were trying to drive me crazy, doing all this type of metal magic and all this. These folks did a lot of things to me, I still standing here. People coming and knocking on my door. I don't even know who they are. I'm one of those people. If I don't know you, I'm not opening up the door because I have no business with you. All this stuff you did, and then you're still focusing talking about like I didn't create the conflicts. They were doing conflicts magic. I just respond. And when somehow I figured that they're doing that to create conflicts, but I realized that also I have to defend it myself because they're gonna come in and they were coming in, holding on my back and stuff like that to cause me a lot of pain, to the point that like 2 days ago and stuff they were doing heart attack magic. I came into the park and stuff like that. So when I come in to speak because I felt like I was having a heart attack, but I stay strong. I don't say anything. And I'm making sure that I pray about it and stuff like that until it's go away. But I felt like my heart was on fire, was like it's uncalled for. Then when the new moon and stuff like that, and the new moon, somebody told me that I wasn't supposed to be get up because there was that it's not 10 yet. You know what 10 mean? It means that they haven't 10 of swords me yet. Why am I up? Literally. That wasn't intuition. That was somebody told me while I'm talking to her. She told me, why are you up and stuff? It's not 10 yet. So why am I supposed to go through all of this? No, I don't think to be honest with you, I don't think the group the group was supposed to following me. The group supposed to following me to, I guess they are hired for, I don't know, hired for murder. I don't know. But every every everybody has everyone has a leader behind them. I don't think like because there's plenty of toxic group online nowadays, but I chose to say no to a lot of them. So if they try to unalive me and stuff because I say no to them, that's what they're making up all of this. So because I do not participate in any group, like I told people, I'm not a follower, I'm a leader. I do not follow no toxic group. I do not follow no dark group. I do not follow nobody that got anything going on. Like I say, I understand them, I understand them, but it's not for me to participate. because like I say, I know where my limit is. I know what God told me. Third party isn't, I'm not supposed to be in two-way relationship. I'm not supposed to be in a group that had anything that's not genuine. I'm not supposed to be in anywhere near anything that has to do with trouble due to who I am. I stay to myself, being single, self sufficient, grounded in discipline, and I was focused on my work until they start doing research on people. If you guys don't know, like there's a whole lot of people that's not in YouTube anymore because they want to do the same thing and they walk away. They make them walk away after they torture them enough by taking their energy and suck them dry out of their life, and then they making sure that they're not on YouTube no more. But these people doesn't realize that they have a contract. If they are genuine, they have a contract and stuff to be where they are. Because my father say, my wish is granted for everything that that was going on in my channel. These people were supposed to be learning a lesson from me. I don't know who these people are. I truly don't know who these people are. And that's what bugging me, because it's a little bit scary. I don't know who these people, I don't know who these group are. I have no idea. It's kind of like, like, I guess, like, if you are, if you are in a group, if you are in a group and stuff like that, but then you have a friend that's in a group, or you have in a family that's in a group. It's like a friend of a friend, a group of a group, and things like that. I guess that's how they do it. I don't know. Because, listen, I don't want to get into deep with it. I don't care about this group. I don't want to be a part of the group. I don't want to know what they got going on. All I know is that I have a contract to where I am. I have a purpose. Like I say, I'm a divine being having a human experience. I take it with a grain of salt, but I'm not going to let nobody bully me. I'm not going to let nobody bully me. I'm okay being single. I'm okay being alone, and I'm going to continue move forwards. I'm going to continue move forwards. God is good. The Lord is good. Jesus is wonderful. I'm not going to let nobody continue to torment me, torture me, unless you're going to come towards me and show me the proof that I did something wrong. So I'm going to leave this right here. I love you guys so much. I appreciate everything you guys have done for me. I appreciate those of you that listening. Even if you're listening, good or bad, I don't care. I appreciate you listening. I am so grateful. And thank you, Lemon, for for uh for talking to me, because you have been the only one in the comments. So thank you so much. I appreciate you. I'm sending you guys lots of love, healing, peace, serenity, new or old. New or old. May God continue to bless you, bring you healing, safety. So you guys have a great day. Bye.